Hi everyone, this is DeBiff bringing you my very first game of StarCraft. Well, my very first audio commentary, and I thought I'd start recording games for people that are not very experienced, like D minus in IC Cup, because I'm D in IC Cup but I haven't played it in a while. I've just been playing on US East. And yeah, I remember in one of Combat X's videos, there was a guy asking for someone to make videos for more noobs. So I guess this is what that person will be looking for. I'm not trying to overtake Combat X in any way, shape or form. It's just his videos are probably for more experienced players. And yes, you probably notice I have an accent. Well, pretty much all commentators besides Combat X that I know are all American, and I'm Australian. So don't say that your commentary sucks because your accent's all weird. It's how I sound. Yeah, and one last thing is, if you're a Zerg or Protoss player, these videos will probably not help because I am only a Terran player. So let's get into the game. This is a Terran vs Protoss on Python, and I'm scouting with my SCV straight after the supply depot and getting my gas as soon as possible because I need to get my factory up and tanks by the time he gets his Dragoons out. So yeah, my minerals and gas will be rather high. Oh, and by the way, on the minimap, as I saw his probe, and it was scouting down there, so I knew that his base would not be there, because you wouldn't scout your own base, because that would be kind of stupid. But anyway, he's red and I'm yellow, as you can see. And I'm now collecting gas, getting 3 on there, 3 SCVs on gas as soon as possible, because I need that factory up ASAP, and I'm going to make a few Marines just in case he pushes in with a Zealot and a probe, as that's fairly common, I think. And you can see on the minimap down there a bit of red. It's probably the probe getting confused trying to go into my base, but it's blocked. And I've scouted all areas except them, which that's about 2 o'clock. So I'm gonna see what he's got. My first Marine's gonna come out, probably kill that probe, and I'm getting my factory up. Pretty standard Terran vs Protoss build, which includes mass vultures and tanks, and the Protoss will get mass Dragoons with Zealots, and if it goes into late game he gets Arbiters, and he also might get Carriers or Templar. And he is fast expanding. As you can see, that red dot down at his natural, looks like he's going into 1 gate tech into observers, it seems. Well, I know what happens, because that's what he does. He goes fast expand and then 1 gate into observers. So I get 2 Marines, and I'm going to try and pressure him to see if I can get a probe kill or 2 just to do a bit of damage, because any damage is good. And you want to keep your SCV for as live as possible to see what tech he's going for, because he might kill my SCV and then you could go for Dark Templar, and I'd need to get an engineering bay up or scan as soon as possible. And I see that he's got his first Zealot out, and my micro is not very good, so I'm not going to be able to kill that Zealot. And yeah, my machine shop is up, scanning around, see what he's doing. He hasn't made a Dragoon yet to kill my SCV, and I didn't see Dragoon range being researched, so yeah, I don't know if he's already researched it. And there's his second gateway, so he's probably going to pressure me soon with some Dragoons, not SCVs. What am I thinking? My first tank's out, so his Dragoons probably won't do any damage if they're coming in anytime soon. So yeah, just macroing up. Oh yeah, I'm getting my command center, and oh yeah, my colours change. If you wonder how you do that, is you press shift tab and that'll change you to teal and the enemy red, but the enemy was already red so it didn't change them. It's a bit like if you have Steam and you press shift tab and it will come up with all the options and all. And his second gateway's coming up, he's getting his third, so I'm guessing he's going to start pumping out Dragoons, and I've got my engineering bay up just in case he's got Templar archives and he's just going to DT rush, but I've only ever been DT rushed probably 3-4 times. I've played about 300 games on Battle.net. My stats are like 100 losses, 200 losses and about 100 wins, and you can see there he's pushing out, so I need to siege up. So he can't do much with his Dragoons, he'll have to run away. And I'm now getting mines, cool, because you need mines to like distract the enemy and hopefully kill some so they can't just rush in with their zealots onto your tanks and do zealot bomb. So I'm getting my next factory, and here he's pushing in. You want to target the zealot, well, because otherwise my other tank will only be able to range that zealot and splash my own tank. He's got 2 Dragoons, but that's not really going to do anything. My tanks will clean them up pretty quick. He might get a couple of SCV kills, but no big deal. My expansion only just came up, so he hasn't done much damage at all. So I survived his Dragoon, 3 Dragoons and 1 Zealot. It's usually about 4 Dragoons and they probably come a little earlier, but this guy is not that great and I'm not that great either, so continuously pumping SCVs, and I'm sending out another SCV just to see what he's got, see where his armory is. Getting up a turret so he can't do any zealot bombs because they are really annoying, and he's pushing out with some Dragoons, but he won't do anything with them because I'm sieged at my choke and he can't do anything unless he like overpowers me with mass forces. But I think he's probably getting his third now, and he can't overpower me with like 2-3 gateways, and he's seeing what he can do, but he can't push in. And random Dragoon getting shot, and I'm now sending my Marine up to see if he's expanded at the 12:30 position, 12th position, and he hasn't, and I'm just repairing my Vulture. Repair whatever you can, it can make a big difference in your game, because if a cluster of my tanks got stormed, they'd be like on 38 health, and if I repair them to full, it would take Dragoons a lot more and Zealots